What's cracking, everybody? It's Local Music Monday. You can follow along on all Disruption Network social media platforms. Shout out to the sponsors. If not for the sponsors, this podcast isn't possible. Thank you to EJA Moving Services, the professional movers. When you're ready to move and relocate, hit up Eddie and his fine staff at 315-335-0516, EJAmoving.com. They'll pretty much move anything, anywhere, anytime. Tell them Uncle Z sent you, and that might get you a discount, or he might jack the price up on you. I don't know. You never know how Eddie's feeling that day. Much love to those guys, though. They're awesome people. Also, a shout out to Joey's at 307 Mohawk Street. Give them a call today to reserve a table, 315-864-3527. Thank you to Utica Coffee. Thank you to my attorney, Dave Longaretta. If you need legal advice, give him a call today at 315-735-6162. Shout out to Saranac. Shout out to Dave McCall, too, for stocking my refrigerator. Justin, did you notice how stocked that refrigerator is right now?
I did. As a matter of fact, I did see how it was stocked. I thought for sure it was only going to be green tea seltzers, but I opened the door and there's 400 UCs in there. I'm like, yes, thank you.
You can thank Damon Call for
finish
that
them by the end of next week.
Yes, everybody needs a Damon Call in their life. I'm telling you,
yeah,
he's
you're
a gem
telling me.
in this community.
Hey, by the way, can I just say there's like 25 people on right now, like just live.
Thank you, guys.
Wait,
Thanks
17, sorry.
Tell them to share it.
Share.
Thank you. Two more shout-outs, and we got Under Too Long. It's a book by Billy the Liquor Guy. It's a great book. It's about the bad guys getting taken down by the good guys. You could get it on Amazon or wherever you buy your books. And also, ballwash.com. Use promo code members only for 15% discount. Get yourself some Nut Rub. Justin is a huge proponent of Nut Rub. He talks about it every time he walks in the door. I'm sure he's got it on right now.
Oh, yeah. You can't smell it?
I can just see it on your face.
I'm feeling good today, you know. I got my Nut Rub on. I'm smelling fresh.
My friend gave me a hug the other day. She's like, "You smell so good." I'm like, "That's my Nut Rub."
Yeah, it's my Nut Rub, baby.
I put it all over now. I sweat Nut Rub now.
Yeah.
Just Forest Fresh. Forest Fresh.
I'm still waiting on the charcoal body wash, dude. I got to get some of that. And
the sack spray.
The sack spray. Got to get the sack spray. I mean, come on.
Looking at our guest right now, he can use some sack spray.
What's up, cuz?
I want the Nut Rub.
Yes.
Oh, I'm telling you, you would love it. It changed my life.
Yeah, me
Oh,
too.
no kidding.
Yeah. No more chafing.
Nope.
You don't get the sweat down below.
No way.
Just throw. It's a bomb. You put it on your boys, and you're good to go for a day or two. Especially if you're playing like outdoor gigs, like Justin plays outdoor festivals and whatnot. He puts it on, and you don't sweat down below.
It's
and
good
you
to go.
smell great. Your wife probably loves it.
Yeah. She hasn't said anything, but I'm sure she does.
Larry Desiato joining us today. Well, everybody is chiming in today. You got a lot of your family checking in today.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
All day long. As soon as I made the announcement on Facebook today, a couple people slid into my DMs. Were like, "Oh, it's my crazy uncle. Oh, it's my cousin. Oh, I feel like you're related to half of Utica."
Yeah, probably. You know me, Z.
That's it, bud.
Yeah, it's so nice to be here and seeing you guys.
Yeah, likewise,
absolutely.
I love it. I haven't been here in a while. Everything's changed.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Trying to think of the last time you were here. I can't even remember. It had to have been 2-3 years ago now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
It wasn't obviously not.
I think just before we decided to say goodbye to everybody.
A lockdown.
and then it got locked down.
Yeah.
So, yeah, very nice.
Yeah, for sure. Well, everybody, if you guys are watching on Facebook right now, please do us a favor and click that share button. We would really, really appreciate it. Help spread the word of what we're doing here on Local Music Monday.
Yeah.
Help spread the word of Showtime. And spread the word. Do you have anything going on right now, Larry?
For me?
Yeah, musically?
Well, I'm working with the Sisters of Soul, the Ladies of Soul.
Yep.
We're doing that thing right now. But every time you get ready to start playing, something happens where they're not ready for you yet.
Yeah.
Because, and I'm talking probably about the casino because I think we've been bumped two times, three times because they're not sure of what's going on up there yet. As far as musicians playing in those side rooms. I call them the side rooms.
Sure.
So once they get that going, this band will be able to go out there and play that. But they're playing this weekend up at the zoo.
Oh, cool.
Unfortunately, I'll be in Florida.
Oh, unfortunately.
So I'm going to miss
horrible.
it.
Picking a good time to go.
Yeah, right.
Really. So, but again, doing that, practicing a lot, I went back to get on my drums again, and I've been playing my drums faithfully now. Yeah, I think maybe when I come back, I want to play drums a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss it.
Definitely.
Practicing daily.
Every day.
Yeah.
I'm down there.
Joey says you got like a 400-piece drum kit down there right now.
My boy Joe.
You got to talk about that kit, man.
Well, those guys, Joe, I'm talking about Joey Rossi and my boy Kelly Yako. They all started playing these Gretsch kits. And you know me, I had to have one too. But I always wanted to try to be bigger than with the boys. So I just bought all kinds of Gretsch drums. I mean, I got it from an 8 all the way down to a 18-inch floor tom. It's crazy. And then Carl Goodhines told me I needed a 15. For what reason, I don't know. So I bought a 15-inch tom. So it's pretty cool. It's really it's.
You realize
nice
he was
kit.
probably breaking your balls, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but I did it anyways because I didn't care.
I'll show that good eyes.
Yeah.
Check this out.
So along with that and being bored, I just bought a couple kits. Well, I got 3 Gretsch kits now. Well, 4 Gretsch kits now, and I retired my Yamahas for a little bit. But yeah, it's fun when you get my age. And there's nothing to do. That's what you do.
Safe to say you're a collector.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a nice variety of kits. Yeah.
Justin,
awesome.
I went to his house one day, and he had Johnny over the house. He's got like a whole light show in his basement and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
that's
he
awesome.
starts playing the drums, and Johnny's doing the lights for him while he's playing. It was like a concert in his basement. It was hysterical.
It is. It's crazy.
I love it.
Yeah, we just turned that back. But the nice part about it is now I bought a guitar rig, I bought a keyboard rig, I bought a bass rig. So now, it's free. My buddies want to come over and jam.
Yeah.
I'd love to, share it with any, that's what it's like. It's not what's his name's house, but it's my place.
Yeah.
Daryl's house.
Yeah, well, it's Larry's house.
Yeah,
Larry's.
live at Cuz's house.
Live at Cuz's house.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Well, I got to get you over.
I know, man. I'm dying to get over. I'll come over and jam with you.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I told that to Ryan Quinn when we played last week.
Yeah.
I said, Ryan, you got to come over and check it out because I know Ryan was a drummer.
Yes. Oh, he's an incredible drummer.
He plays, he's
He hides that. He hides that talent, by the way. Like every once in a while, he'll sit down at the drums rehearsal. He plays open-handed too. He doesn't play cross arm, whatever that. But he plays open-handed. But all of a sudden, you just see him go, and he just starts going off, and you're just like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, Ryan's a good drummer. Yeah, all these guys, man, these cats coming out of the woodwork,
Yeah.
all drummers. How were you when I? Well, don't forget, no, you were guys were infants when I was playing drums. So it's pretty cool to see all these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I think when we first started, you were playing with Airtime. It was.
Oh my God, you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Holy.
Yeah, you played a
Christ.
gig, one of the Alien Days things that they had down at the Phase Mall parking lot there.
Oh, okay.
You guys played one time there.
Oh yeah.
I remember seeing you there. But the first time I ever saw you play was with Classified at the good old summertime. I think Vinny Esposito was in the band at the time.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't remember if you were playing drums. Joey would be able to correct me if I was wrong, but I think you might have been playing drums. If not, you had just stepped out to do congas and stuff. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think so. That was
Yeah.
the first. Yeah, that's right. I remember that show.
Yeah, that was great.
It was a pretty good. Yeah. Well, that was a great version of Classified.
It very was, definitely.
When Vinny was in the band.
Mm-hmm.
He's this little Italian kid that's about 4 foot nothing, but when he opens his mouth, he sounds like
Shaq. like a Shaquille O'Neal of music. It's like crazy, yeah. He's got a voice that big. It's great.
He's a powerhouse. He's a powerhouse. And, that was a good version of the band. And, of course, we've been through, a bunch of versions.
Yeah. It's been a revolving door of musicians.
Yep.
Yeah, I think last count 50.
Wow.
56.
Wow.
Damn, but that's expanding, 25 years, 30 years?
Yeah.
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 That's a lot.
The good days.
Yeah. At any point in your career, were you playing drums and singing at the same time? Not percussion, but actually sitting behind the kit and yeah.
I just started off doing it. I was thrown into it. I had a good friend of mine. I may have told you the story. His name was, excuse me, Eddie Urbanek, God rest his soul. We were in drum corps together. And Eddie was playing with this band, and he was moving to go to California. So he called me up. I was freshly married at the time. And he said, what are you doing these days? I said, no, nothing. He says, you want to get in a band? A band? Yeah, sure. Okay. So I went out to Pete's music store and bought a black Slingerland kit. And how weird that was, because I never played a drum set before. I was a rudimental snare drummer. So I went to the audition with the kit, and I couldn't even play a disco beat. And so the guy must have seen something, and he says, well, why don't you come back in a couple of weeks, and let's try it again. So I called Eddie on the phone and said, Eddie, you got to get over. I don't know what the hell I don't even know how to do this. So he came over, and he showed me a couple beats, and I practiced them for a couple of weeks, and I went to the rehearsal, and lo and behold, I was doing it. Then the guy says to me, Joe Giachelli's another one, God rest his soul. He says, here, I want you to sing. Sing what? You got to sing this song. And I said, now I'm going, how do you do this? I'm moving 4 parts of my body, and now I got to come out with the 5th part singing. And it's, everything's, I did it. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. And as the time progressed, I got better at it. And it just came natural to me once I figured out how to play the drums and to sing. So I did that for the first 7. Well, that was the first 7 years of Classified. I was the original drummer. But before that, it was First Stage, all these bands from down Frankfurt, Alien Way, that I played with. So, yeah, that was pretty cool. I learned the hard way.
You did learn the hard way.
Yeah, I did.
Once you figured it out, was it something you were just hooked on?
Oh, yeah, I loved it. Yeah, no. Then you started hearing guys like Phil Collins playing and singing. And I said, oh, yeah, I can do that. Let's do Abacab.
Yes. Yes.
So, yeah, it was nice, see. I loved it. Still do. It's just people keep saying to me, how come you're not playing? How come you're playing? First of all, guys don't like me.
That's bullshit.
They don't want me. No. I really, you know what it is? It's the guys that you really want to play with are all playing with somebody else.
Right.
So it's kind of hard to, being my age and looking at the younger guys now, who's, who can play this stuff, who can't play this stuff, who's good. But I haven't really figured out what I want to do yet. But it's coming because I'm getting itchy now.
You got that itch.
Yeah. Well, they started it.
Yeah.
Showtime started it.
A couple weeks ago, right?
You had
guys
to
played
make me
together
go
at
out
the
there.
Boilermaker?
At the Boilermaker, that was outstanding. Cuz came in all his Giants clothes and everything. It was great.
They won that.
They won
It's
that.
the only one they won.
They got
won
their
since,
ass
but,
beat yesterday.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah, so I got the, I don't think they gave me the edge. I think all the boys that came out, and they all came.
Yeah.
It was kind of fun to do it. It's like, okay, what do we do next?
Yeah.
That's what I love about Showtime, though. They open their doors to everybody, especially in that gig. It's their biggest gig of the year, pretty much. It's safe to say that, right?
Sure. Oh, yeah.
And you open the doors to everybody, all the great local musicians. Like, who else was on that stage that day?
Max Sheldon was
heard of
there.
him.
Yeah. No, never heard of him. Yeah. I guess he's some weird guy with long hair.
Long hair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Viking-looking dude. I call him an out-of-shape Clay Matthews.
Yeah. And then Isaac Spanish.
Yeah.
Isaac French.
Love that kid.
Yeah. He was there singing as high as he possibly could, which is for some reason not difficult for him or Ryan Quinn. I mean, they all got,
Youth.
Yeah, and Sean Big Sexy Smith was out there.
my
I know you hate
man.
the moniker, but he was out there, killing it. And then we did a song. We did listen to the music with those guys all together with all the harmonies, and it sounded really good. And then the classified horn section was nice to come up and join us for Superstition. And,
Yeah, that was great.
And Sledgehammer. So I mean, just having the horns back behind us again, because we used Chopper before, and Mikey Morrow's son Alex played with us, and Matt McGlory, and we called them Kiss My Brass. That was our
That's a
our
great
name.
horn section.
It's a good horn section name, Kiss My Brass, right?
Kiss My Brass.
Yeah, so it was just nice to. We haven't been with a horn section in a long time, so it was really, really great to have those guys do that, and just. It was another thing. Once again, it was like Jose and I were sitting there and talking. We're like, I wonder if Classified will join us for the gig. And we're all like, yeah, probably not. No, they probably no. So Jose talks to Greeley, and Greeley says to you guys. All of a sudden, Greeley's like, yeah. So Larry's in. Yep. So yep, Mike's in, and yep. This guy, and all of a sudden, everybody was in.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh wow.
It was. Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be cool. So,
Did you rehearse all together?
Not all together. No.
They just came up and
Yeah. We rehearsed the week before, and as did you guys. I think we might have rehearsed actually the same night, just in different places. And and we actually it was unbeknownst to the horn section that we would like them to join us for Superstition and Sledgehammer. We never told them. We just like, hey, you guys want to sit in with us and play these songs? They're like, yeah. What key are you in? I go, I don't know what to say to that because horns are in different keys than stringed instruments. So I'm playing an E flat, And Chopper, of course, looks at me in his Chopper way and goes, I don't know what that means. He goes, just play the first note. So I play the first note. He got it. Okay, guys, we're in this. Okay. And that was it. So
yeah, you guys sounded great when you did it.
Oh, man. It was just
always.
It's one of those gigs that you didn't want it to ever end.
Yeah.
It was like, can't we just keep going? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I know.
It's great.
And the crowd was great for what they had.
Yeah, for what they had, definitely. There was about 15,000 people there, which is obviously, apparently, all the other years they allow the entire city of Utica to come if they wanted to.
About 50,000.
And it's about 50,000 people. But I think there'd be 100,000 people if people would just realize that you could just show up and drink at 9 in the morning. I don't think that people realize that. People realize that you can go in there, eat food, and drink beer at 9 o'clock in the morning for nothing.
Mm.
Yeah. So I think there'd be about 100,000 if, next year. Let's hope for 100,000.
Yeah.
It's been a long-standing gig for you guys now. For how long?
This was our 4th year, I think.
Oh, 4. Okay.
Yeah, this is our 4th year.
Oh, that's right. They had Johnny and the Robbers or whatever. Wait, Johnny and the Robbers was your band.
No, that was our...
what was the name of the band?
Eddie and the Cruise? No,
Eddie and the Cruise.
No, it was, what the hell is that corporate band there?
Out of Rochester?
Yeah, the ones
Nick and the Nice Guys.
Nick and the Nice Guys were there. They were there for so many years before us. And, once again, I say this all the time. Bill Keeler is such a huge supporter of local music. And,
indeed,
he really pushed for us to be there that first year. And he got Maxine Nightingale in there and stuff.
Yeah.
And were you guys there that first year?
I was with you.
I think you were there the first year, because this is the second time Classified's been a part of, well, at least some of the members of
Greeley,
and Scott.
Yep.
Yeah. And it was great, too, because Scott's a maniac, okay? Scott literally, it's like, the morning of or whatever, Jose's like, yeah, guys, Scott's going to be coming in hot because he's running the 15K. And I go, he's running the 15K, and then he's going to come blow his horn. Like, really? And not only did he come and blow his horn, but he sang backups. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
I can't even run from here to the corner. You know what I mean? He's, you know what I mean?
Same way. Yeah.
I mean, my knees are bad. It's like, and I'm also fat, but, it's.
You look good. You took off a lot of weight, Bo.
I did, but then I put 25 of it back on when that stupid COVID happened. So that was, right. So now I'm trying to get it back off again,
Okay.
But.
Yeah, man. You looked great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You do look good, bud.
I'm trying.
I've seen you bigger.
Oh yeah, yeah. At least my biggest was 30 pounds more than this. So
yeah, gotcha.
So 30 pounds is a lot though. So hopefully I can keep it off. But no, it's Bill Keeler's really pushed for us every year. Obviously, COVID, there was no Boilermaker, so we actually they did a virtual Boilermaker, and we were part of the after party for the virtual Boilermaker. and that was like we sent in like videos of us in our room or practice room, and like all these other bands were involved in different things, and we sent it in, and they had like it was cool, you know. So we still were part of it, you know, but
That's got to make you feel good, though, when these guys decide they want to sign up and join you on stage.
oh my God, it was I like I said, it was just when everything came together, it was just like, yes, this is going to be great. You know what I mean? Because I think that it had to be everybody, you know, in Classified. I think if it wasn't, it just wouldn't have been the same.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you guys. I mean, obviously, Doogie couldn't be there for obvious reasons. I mean, you know, he's a dapper-looking guy, so they drag him on tour every once in a while, these different places. No, he was doing the Elton John tribute thing, I think, in Philly or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
I haven't seen Dougalicious in a while.
Yeah. So Doogie couldn't be there, but Maurice obviously he signed on. So, but yeah, I mean, Maurice played with you guys for 100 years, so you know.
Yeah.
Here and there.
Yeah, Mo was the latest version of Classified after Doogie had left. So, yeah, we had a lot of great guys in the band.
Who's your Mount Rushmore of drummers?
Mine?
Yeah.
That's tough.
Locally or just
In general.
Oh God.
If you got locally, if that's on the top of your head, spew that one off.
Well, I'll be honest with you. Back in the day when I was just starting to play drums, I would have to say that Maurice Petrello and Lenny Milano were the cats that I listened to a lot. And then when I started playing, I was fortunate enough to be playing around with those guys too. So we all we knew each other, and we started, you know, hanging around together. I played in bands with Lenny, and it's always crazy because I never was drumming. I was always playing percussion and being up front singing with those guys. But you know, those guys, you know, they were my idols, you know. Yeah. And then nowadays, Rossi's killing it.
He's a clock.
Yeah.
He's killing it.
Yeah.
And I love the way Joey plays now. I would have to say Joey's right up there in my books.
He always makes it look effortless.
Oh, he's just
right when he's up there, he just looks like he's not even like he's up there just doing his thing.
That's why a lot of the time he's off the radar. Like if you don't talk to a drummer, I mean, nobody really, you know, you notice that too. Like nobody will mention, like they mention the guys that can show, you know, and that are doing like so much. But Joe's back there, and it's all wrists, and it's like he's doing his thing. If you really sit and listen, you know,
very solid.
Yeah,
yeah. So I mean, those guys, you know. But of course, I like Dave Weckel was my man. God. And there was a cat that it was in drum corps. It's is famous, and why am I drawing a blank right now? Steve Gadd.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, those are kind of guys I like listening to.
You were in drum corps with him?
No.
Okay.
No, he was in drum corps.
Gotcha.
It's how he got started, yeah.
Yeah, and that's basically how I got started.
Is that the Magnificent Yankees?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember those days?
Yeah, yeah. As Mertz is chiming in right now, says the Magnificent Yankees. He's also saying, I'm going to have to say I've probably seen Classified 100 times in my life. I feel old.
Hey, listen, I can remember when we first started, people having kids, and they grew up, and they were in their 20s. They came with their moms and fathers. Now they come with their kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's how we ended it. It was crazy. But, yeah, it was a great run. Great run. And now, of course, you always get the next group of guys that are going to take over, and they've done it.
They've done it already.
They've done it, yeah.
I mean, Showtime is the next Classified, you know, pretty much.
Yeah, Showtime is, that's what they're the Showtime, man.
Yeah.
Those guys are, they're the beef.
Have you seen this thing on Fox where they're looking for the next best cover band?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that.
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
You think about putting your name in the ring?
Well, I wonder because like all these other shows like The Voice. I mean, you talk to anybody that's been on that, or I tried out for American Idol back in 2002.
Did you?
Yeah, and I mean they make it look like that you just go and audition in front of these judges, and what they're not telling you is that you gotta like audition in front of producers upon producers upon producers, and then you have to have the right look, you have to have the right this, the right that, and it was never about music. It was always about like the next best young person they could mold. You know what I mean? And yeah, you could be at one time around The Voice, you could be 60 years old and go try out for The Voice, and you might make it onto the show and like all this and that, but you'd never win it because they can't mold you. You know what I mean?
Right.
They want to mold these younger kids and stuff, and I don't know. It scares me to think that maybe it might have been the same thing, but how I'd do it, I mean, if the band wanted to do it, I would do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just an experience, man.
Yeah.
Just to say you did it.
I noticed a lot of them are like imitating the artists that they're covering.
Yeah, there's
too.
a lot, and I wonder if that's what they're looking for. If they're looking for more tribute bands than cover bands, because like I saw the Coldplay one, they were pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, they imitating more than covering the music. But yeah, it'd be fun. I would do it. It would be a nice experience, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Larry, what do you tell some of these guys that are coming up in the game right now, in the music game? What kind of lessons do you drop on them?
Well, if you think that you're gonna reach the stars and make it big, follow your dreams. But for most of the guys, and I've seen a lot of my friends do it, they never decided to have a full-time job, and a lot of them got hurt at the end,
Mm-hmm.
They didn't use their heads wisely. Social Security, they never paid into it, because back then, you got all the money you can. We were young. Oh man, I made $300 this weekend. But I would say, seriously, if you're going to do it for fun, make sure you got something to back you up. I was fortunate, man. I worked a full-time job, and I played on the weekends, and you can call me a weekend warrior, but I played a lot,
Yeah.
So that money helped, but that's that's the advice I'd give, and it's fun. Follow your dreams.
Love it. Good advice.
There's there's a lot of work if you know how to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's for sure.
Another question I've been asking too. Give me an example of the shittiest gig you've ever been on.
Oh man, we were playing some bar down in Oneonta. No, not Oneonta. Oh God, it's up your way, way up. I forgot where.
Ilion?
Not Ilion.
Up the hill, like up Vickerman Hill there in Mohawk.
Not up there.
Dowsville.
Maybe down that way. Well,
Richfield
anyways,
Springs.
Yeah, Little Falls.
we were playing some bar, and now you got to remember, we're out in the sticks, and it was me, Freddie Faccioli, Lenny Milano, Daryl Slazinski, so the bar was filled, and there was a fight going on TV, and I guess the bartender who owned the joint put a lot of money on the fight, and the fight went off, and his man lost, so he lost a lot of money, and we decided to start off with a song by "We'll Be Jamming Into the Break of Dawn."
Bob Marley?
Was that who? We'll be jamming and jamming and jamming.
Yeah,
Oh,
probably.
Stevie Wonder did it.
Oh, Stevie Wonder, yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yep.
We started playing that song, and it was like everybody turned and looked at like we did something wrong. Next thing you know, the owner came up and said, you guys got to go. I mean, we weren't playing country music. We were
Oh,
playing
right.
Stevie Wonder. That was one of the shittiest gigs I did. Yeah,
I
there's.
wonder where that was.
I can't think of the name of the bar now. There's so we played so
It wasn't
many
in
bars.
Herkimer like the Silverado, was it, or anything?
No,
like that?
no.
I'm trying to think of country bars. It had to have been like Dowsville or Bartow Hill up in Fairfield or something like that.
I wish I knew. I can't remember. Of course, back then I was smoking a lot of pot. Well, I still am. But
I was going to say, you still are, right?
yeah, well, we started when the invasion of the Beatles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were
For sure.
lucky though. Yeah, but we've had some the war stories. I could tell you. I mean, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
come on, give me another one. I love war stories.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Those are my favorite.
Well,
You can sit here and talk about all the great gigs you've been on. You played in front of 10,000 people, and this guy showed up, that guy showed up. That's fun, but I want to know about the shitty gigs.
well, I've been known to jump off stage and knock a few guys.
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got two good ones. Of course, the other ones I get ready to start, but the roadies came over and got into it before I could.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are fun. We had a couple of them. Yeah, but shitty gigs, man. Oh, you know what they are, Z.
Oh, I've been in a few.
You've been in them.
A couple, 2, 3.
And it's tough when you go and play a bar and 15 people come and show up.
Right.
Yeah.
So
That is tough.
how do you handle that one? Well, we used to just laugh and just say, okay, let's rehearse, and that's how we get by that. But those are tough nights.
Would you rather have a packed bar, nobody paying attention to it, or 15 people at the bar and
I'd
loving
rather
what
have
you're
15
doing?
people watching,
Yeah.
getting into it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I'm with you on that.
That's I was just talking to a good friend, Ronnie Lee. Of course, you guys know Ronnie Lee.
Never met him.
I've never met him either, but
No, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously, I've never met him.
Oh, he's great. Well, he's a virtuoso, you know that.
Of course, I heard him sing. Tom Stone had a whole bunch of recordings of
Yeah,
Ronnie
yeah,
back
yeah.
in the day with
Yeah,
Atlas.
Tommy.
So, yep.
And I said to Ronnie not too long ago, what's happening, this and that. We were talking. He goes, Larry, man, I'm all done. I'm not going to do the. If you can walk into a bar and see football and baseball and everything on the TVs, I just don't want to do that no more. He goes. In other words, people ain't paying attention to what you're doing. They're just up there drinking and watching you. And I kind of said, wow, let me step back and listen, look, just check that thing out. And he's right, It's not really fun when they do that stuff. When you're playing, of course you want people to pay attention to you and see what's going on. And it's for the most part, if you're a Showtime, people are going to just sit there and gawk at you because that's how good they are.
Thank you, brother.
I say it from the bottom of my heart. I mean, I can remember there was a time, we didn't get to see these guys play much because we didn't go out. I never went out if I had a weekend off, no, man, you're not getting me to go hear any band. But then there was a time that I went out and, boy, it started off. I went and heard, what's his name, Moyer.
Yep.
never heard of him.
They're both great musicians.
Yeah, they sure are.
But then I heard that, what was the name of their band?
Gridley Page.
Gridley Page was the other, but, oh, God.
The one with Jeff plays bass?
Yeah.
Dashboard Nixon?
I heard Dashboard's Nixon, and I went, where the hell did you get these guys?
Yeah.
And then I heard Showtime after that. And I go, what am I been missing with these guys? I know these kids.
Yeah.
I used to see, and then I said, holy God almighty. I'm glad they're doing that music and not our music.
Right.
It was a different genre of what we were doing and what they were doing. So, but they were doing great stuff. You know, Dave Matthews. You don't hear that. You know, covered that well. This man's got it down to the T.
He does.
You know, and the whole band did too.
Yeah.
And they still do. So it was crazy. I'm going, wow, these young guys are really stepping up. Of course, I didn't feel that I was getting old at that time.
Right.
Now I do. Now I do, man.
You mentioned Showtime and Gridley Page and
Yeah.
Dashboard Nixon. Those are the bands like today. What about back in the day? Who was the guy? The guy that everybody gawked at, talked about. I mean, you mentioned Ronnie Lee, but who else? Who were some of the ones that you loved to go check out back in the day?
805. I used to go see 805 as much as I could. Then, you know, we had a real good powerhouse band back in the day called Sail.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Paul Androsa.
You had Paul, Maurice. You had the best of the best in that band, and they were super fly, man. They were great. But I was on the circus with all them guys then. I was playing with Mr. Ed. You know, so it was Mr. Ed, 805 New York Flyer. They were all out there.
Alex Starr.
Yep. Yeah.
Then you had Freddie Pepperata at that time. He was playing with Papa Joe Rossi and Flame then, right? Around that time.
Yeah.
Remember forget about Freddie, yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's well, I've been going out now and listening to I call them Soul Infection. But there's so many versions of Soul Injection. A bunch of great guys. And I go out there and it's just not the same for me anymore because Freddie was a household staple, man. He was, but I got to say they've put it together now. They got a new singer now, and
I think Freddie would be happy just knowing that that they're still playing because it's they still want to be around each other. They still love each other. They still love to play. So why not? I mean,
for sure.
Why not continue on and carry on the legacy of what Freddie wanted to do? So because he started that whole thing. So
well, I go back farther than Freddie with that band. I believe that band was started by Bob Crossway.
Yes, it was. Yep.
At the time, Bob was working with Classified.
And was he playing with you guys then?
He wasn't paying. He was a roadie.
He played Bone, right?
He played Bone.
Yeah.
And the next thing I know, this band, Soul Injection, came out, and I said, "Well, wow, they're playing the same stuff we do." Matter of fact, they're playing the same charts we're doing. So Bob Crossway was in there. He's getting all our charts and stuff.
So while he was roadie, he was just making Xerox copies.
He got it. He got it. So it was pretty fun. It was funny when, yeah, man, those are, good old days, babe.
Sure.
Was it competitive back then for a lot of those bands, or was it kind of like a brotherhood like it is today?
I think so. I think we still get together a ton of us.
Yeah.
On Christmas, we go to Freddie Ficcioli's house.
I love those pictures, man. I wish I was a fly on the wall for some of these conversations because it's like what we're doing now, but with like 50 guys.
Yeah.
Right.
From the old days,
and everybody talking over each other, probably.
It's
a bunch of Italians getting together.
So we still have that brotherhood. Brian Marcantonio, me, Freddie, Greeley, Dean Black. There's a ton of us. And now we've formed that bond with the young guys. Showtime. It's another bond,
For sure.
And it's a fun bond. I mean, we play golf together. We do a lot of crazy things together. We hang out. A lot of us hang out.
I think it's a lot to do with the fact that when we were growing up, we had you guys. You know what I mean? We had Papa Joe Rossi and his bands. Like we had a ton of tapes of the Alligators, and we. When we were first coming up, if we weren't playing, we were going out to watch Classified, and we're going at the time it was Airtime. Right before Classified, like that came into Classified or whatever.
Right.
And but just watching you guys play and being like, okay, I want to move like that guy. Like, you watch when we used to go watch Freddie, and he used to raise the roof thing where he'd come over and he'd do this thing, and you're like, what the hell's he doing? That looks so cool, man. It's like, here's us, I'm 13, 14, 15 years old, just watching these guys go, what the like, these guys are in their 40s doing this. This is great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now I realize how much it even hurt then when they were doing it in their 40s. You know what I mean? Because it kills me now.
It's tough. I mean,
yeah.
And I humped gear for so many years.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then I got smart and got Johnny T.
Shout out Johnny T, man.
Everybody goes to Johnny.
Johnny gets a bell. Johnny deserves a bell.
Johnny gets the bell.
He does.
Yeah.
Everybody needs a Johnny.
He works his ass off. He does.
He really does.
You know what? He does. He really does. I mean, and he's been, well, he was on the road with
it's a Bloodline?
Bloodline.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks, Z.
Yeah,
I know I'm getting crazy. I can't. Of course, I never remembered words, anyways.
No, you don't remember words, but how many different things you had to remember over the years? Besides words. I mean,
And sometimes the pot smokes you.
So, have you ever been on stage and with a good buzz and playing?
My whole career.
I can't. I could never smoke pot when I play.
I don't think I've ever been on stage not.
No. Listen, I can't smoke pot before I play. If I do, I forget how to play guitar. This is no joke. Ask Sean next time you see him what happens if I smoke pot before I play.
Oh,
I legit can't remember how to play my guitar. I have no idea what I'm doing. And I start getting crazy and paranoid because I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to get thrown out of the band now. Because
then you get paranoid.
Can't do it. Plus, the shit nowadays is so freaking heavy. I mean,
it's a science now.
I used to smoke when I was younger. I mean, it was nothing compared to what they got now.
Oh no, it's delicious.
Now I hear it's great, but I mean,
the world now.
Apparently you only take a half a hit and you're good or whatever.
Right.
But back when I was smoking, it was like you passed around a joint to everybody until it was gone. You know what I mean? And so, like, anytime I take a hit, it's like a big hit, and like, all of a sudden I can't feel my legs. I'm going, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, I'll just stick to beer. I'm good. Yep. I'm all right.
No, I go into what's called the album version. So when that song starts off, it's going. And it's going to keep going.
You can see the 33 spinning in your head.
Oh, yeah. That part wasn't there. Oh, sounds great. Do it again.
I love this.
Yeah. So, Larry, what were you playing? I don't know.
Why'd you sing the first verse twice?
I put the record on. The needle hit. I just went.
Yeah.
Why'd you sing the first verse twice?
I know. Oh, I've done that. Listen,
God.
Here's one of my greatest stories. I got to share this one.
Of course.
I'm down in Herkimer at the old Silverado.
Yes.
It's a packed house inside there, and I was playing with not Dr. Q, but COD. And we did a 1 hour British invasion set.
Awesome.
So now you got to picture this thing. It's packed in there. We got the smoke machine going. Johnny's got all this stuff happening with the lights. And all of a sudden, a blue light comes down on me, and just me alone. And I start singing, "When you find myself in times of cover, Mother Mary comes to me." And I kept singing it. The part goes, "Let it be."
Mm-hmm.
Here's me. Let it be. I just got done smoking. Let it be, let it be, let it be, oh, let it be. Let it be, oh, let it be. Everybody that was watching me just busted out hysterically and started laughing.
Yeah.
And I'm high as a kite, and I'm going, fuck this, it's going. I don't know what I'm doing now.
The record's spinning, man.
I didn't know where I was in this song or nothing, but people were laughing at me. Fun times. Oh.
Well, I'm the Larry Desiato of Showtime. I literally forget words constantly.
Oh, I love it.
I can't stand it. You know what? Because you're good at like at least filling something in. I stop. I'm like, And then whoever else is in the band has a microphone, jumps on and goes, ah! I'm like, okay, I got it now. I'm back.
Here's the best thing that I can offer to anybody that does shit that I do. Learn how to scat.
Solid advice.
That's it.
Yeah.
Learn how to scat, because when you're looking for the give them one of those, and then you might. You know how many times I screwed up the national anthem?
Really? Now that one I can't. I like have nightmares about screwing that up.
And I watch you when you go to the hockey games, and I'm going, how come I can't do it? But then
I'm sweating though. Like at least you don't. Like you go up and if you forget the words, you just do something and you're fine. But me, I'm sweating profusely because I just had 5 nightmares that woke me up in the middle of the night because I had to sing it the next day.
Oh yeah.
I can't. It's crazy. That's why I got to sing it the way it was written. Like you know what I mean? You got to sing it the way it was written because if you don't, then you start getting messed up and like you start being like Christina Aguilera and you're like, oh God, no.
And then my little granddaughter at the time, I think she was 15, goes to the comic game, gets out there, and she sings the national anthem at the comic game, and I go, oh, God bless her. Look, as she can remember, her pop can't. Those are good old days.
Now I got to start singing the Canadian national anthem. Since the beginning, I had to learn the Canadian national anthem.
Yeah.
And that's even more hard, especially when they make you do it both at the same time and they give you a time limit. So, you don't want to sing the national anthem.
Now you got to learn the Canadian national anthem.
Yeah, but you don't want to sing the our national anthem too fast, right? So you speed up the Canadian one to get through it. Then all the Canadians that are there get pissed off. Like, what the hell's this asshole doing, eh? And luckily I got some friends of mine in the stands that they're like, hey, they gave a time limit. And, oh, okay, all right, okay. Because they're about ready to throw some shit at me. You know what I mean? And I'm like, but it's supposed to be like a drinking song. Oh, Canada,
right.
Home and native land, right? And like I'm out there going, oh, Canada, home and native land, and like that I get
drinking song. I never knew that.
Yeah, it's like an old
interesting
drinking song, like that whole thing.
Oh yeah.
Hilarious. That computer's doing some weird shit right now.
Yeah, it interrupted on the broadcast for a minute.
I see that. It's over here doing some weird stuff. But anyways, I talked about we'll just get it on the podcast anyway. So if it is screwing up on the social medias, you can listen to the podcast afterwards after I'm done editing it. We talked about some of the shittiest gigs you ever been on. I know one of my most favorite gigs I ever been on. And
favorite or shittiest?
Favorite that I've ever been on, and I got to share the stage with both of you guys at Odd Fest.
Oh, dude,
yeah,
that
was
fun.
A lot of fun. And in fact, that was the night that Justin became roadie for Tim Moyer. Yeah, you didn't know that
was the first and last time.
Tim.
The first and last time.
He became a roadie for Moyer.
That was when Tim decided to abuse my friendship and asked me to help him in the pouring rain. And instead of all this gear that I thought I was grabbing out of his car, he ran in with his his mic bag. Now, just picture Tim Moyer running. I know you can in your mind. Just picture him running in with his wireless mic.
Honestly, I can't. But
it's very Katie Langish. Anyway, running in with his wireless mic, and I hear him screaming in front of me, "Grab my wardrobe!"
The infamous wardrobe.
The wardrobe. But, dude, I mean, lawyers, state troopers, people that are on they're on the road all the time. In the car, they got those rods that go in the back seat of the car, and they got the, couple, 2-3 outfits, Right. And so I opened the back of the car, and I know he's not coming back out for the wardrobe, so I'm thinking I'll just leave it in there. But I'm like, no, I'm not going to do it. I got to bring it in. So I look, and I'm telling you, there's got to be 25 outfits that are lined on this rod. So I just go like this, and I grab. This fell. So I grab all the 25 outfits. I go running into the Odd, and you remember in the back, the dressing rooms that we had were in the locker rooms, right? So I go, I got to do something. So I go into where their locker room is, and Macadritis is sitting there, and in pure Macadritis form, he's like, "Hey," I go, "What's up, Matt?" He's like, "Is that Tim's shit?" Yep. I go, watch this. I hop up on the bench, and there's a pipe that goes like, and I reach as high as I can get to this pipe, and I put his whole entire wardrobe on the pipe.
Oh, no kidding.
Nobody can reach it, including Tim. And so he had to wear the same outfit the entire show.
Oh.
I said, that's what you get, you fuck.
Yeah. Oh,
So I
that's
know I've
great.
told that story about 50 times, but I'll tell it 51 more.
I like that.
I love
like
that story.
Yeah.
I love that story too. It's hilarious. You have
Amazing.
told that story a bunch, but that was a great gig. That was a lot of fun, and
It
it was
was
like
so
an
much
honor
fun.
to be there. I remember just sitting there in awe with everybody that's there. Like, wow, we don't ever get to see. We don't ever get to see any of these guys play, and B, it's just to hear everybody play. And like, I remember Classified bringing the
Oh,
house down
dude,
that
yeah.
night.
We're playing the Utica Auditorium. We're playing the Utica Aud, man. Like all of us dreamt of that. And that same year, I got to play the Stanley for the first time that same year too. So it was like two of my childhood dreams coming true. You know, you always think about that. I mean, you had to think about that when you were a kid too. It's like, man, you see the Stanley Theater, you see the the Aud, and there's all these big concerts coming in. You're like, man, I would love to do that.
You know, I when I was growing up, I always wanted to play in a show band. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But I got my fancy. I got to become good friends with Frankie Scinta.
Yeah.
And me and Frankie used to hang out a lot. And then one day I can tell you, I was in, because it cost me $2,500. I was bringing my daughter to get her teeth looked at. She had to have these wisdom teeth taken out.
Mm-hmm.
And just about the time that they said $2,500, my phone rang, and it was Frankie. So he says, he called me Balls. Balls! I said, what's up, Skippy? I called him Skippy. What's up, Skip? What are you doing this weekend? Nothing. Why? You guys are coming in, right? Yeah, but you're playing with us. I'm what? You're playing with us. I go, why? What's the matter? P.D. O'Donnell, his retina detached from his eye. So we got to have you play. I said, oh, shit. All right. He says, I'll be in Thursday. We're going to practice. So at the time, we were practicing on Genesee Street, down where the old, where the Utica coffee place is there.
Yeah.
In that building. So we didn't have that much heat. We used to heat it with those electric heaters and gas. So anyways, I brought him in there. And he got behind the keyboard, and his hands went like this. He says, fuck this, we're out of here. Come on. And we went to not Ventura's, Pescators, and we were eating over there. So I said, Frank, what are we going to do? He says, we got rehearsal tomorrow at 3:30. We'll get it. Don't worry about it. Now I'm
sweating
what
bullets.
What am I going to do? Yeah, it's a show band. So I go to rehearsal 3:30 that afternoon up at Danielle's. The whole band comes walking in. I'm doing a sound check, this and that. And then, okay, so now we get up and we start playing. And Joey Scinta, his brother, God rest his soul, we did one song. Joey said, "It's enough. I did enough." Frankie goes, "Joe, you can't do that. He's got to play tonight." "He's all right. He'll be all right. Don't worry about it." So now I go home. I get my clothes. I'm getting ready. I'm throwing up everywhere you can think of. Yeah. And I get down to the gig, and they made it so special for me and kept me calm and got me involved in the show without me even knowing about it.
Wow.
I just went right through the show, and I played. I played with them. I got my jollies off playing with them. It was great,
Did he call you Balls on stage?
Oh yeah. He tells the one story. He used to tell my mom and me. I had a special bond with my mom. My God rest her soul. I loved her so much. I had worked down at the Utica Police Department for 22 years. So one day I was in the DB, Detective Bureau, and we're all sitting around. I wasn't in there yet at the time. They were all sitting around. I had just walked in the room, and I hear him talking about Danny Thomas. Well, Danny Thomas is Syrian. No, he's Lebanese. No, he's Syrian. So, you know me. Oh, hey, I'm Lebanese. I know what Danny Thomas is.
Yeah.
Well, who is he? He's Lebanese. You're full of shit. You don't know what you're talking about, Desiato. I said, I'm telling you. I know Danny Thomas is Lebanese. I said, watch. I'm going to call my mother right now. I called my mother. Hello. I said, Mom, what? What am I? She goes, you're a fucking asshole.
You didn't ask her what Danny Thomas was.
No, because I wanted them to know that I was Lebanese. What am I, Mom? She goes, you're a fucking asshole. I told it to Frankie that one time. He used it in his show so many times. And when my mother would go see him, he'd pick on my mother,
Right.
Mama Des. And, did you hear that song, I'm an Asshole?
Yeah.
Well, he set my mother up real good one time. My mother's with her gunjin. All the old ladies are sitting in the front, and he's Mrs. Desiato's here, and my mother's like, oh, she's doing this thing, and then Frankie starts singing. He gets into this thing, he starts playing, he's telling the story of what happened, and I'd like to, this is and my mother's literally crying. Then all of a sudden he goes, 'cause I'm an asshole. And you hear my mother, Frank, you son of a bitch. Oh, yeah. It was great. But,
Oh, God.
you had to know my mom. Well, your mom knew my mom.
Yeah,
She
for
was
sure.
quite the character. Yeah. Some of the stuff. Yeah, but that was the one thing that I wanted to do was to play with a show band, and I got to do that.
That's awesome.
And it was with the Shintas. And, Frankie's still doing it. Of course, it's a little bit different now.
Sure.
They moved back to Buffalo, right?
No, he's
they still in Vegas?
He's still in Vegas.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
But they come back every so often, right?
Yeah, they do a lot of gigs around.
Casino gigs or whatnot.
Well, this casino hasn't hired him back in a while. And I don't know why, but I'd like to see him go back there. They were.
They have a lot of turnover in their departments up there, I think. You know what I mean? Like,
Going through it again right now.
Yeah, like, like different people take over, and I think that people fall through the cracks, especially get some younger people. They don't know who the Shintas are. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean?
You're absolutely right.
And a lot of younger kids up there now, and and they can still put on a show. I mean, Frankie's getting up there now, but he can still put on a great show.
Well, he'll make you piss your pants.
They liked us. They saw us. It was before Joe died. I think
Joey.
Yeah, it was before he passed away, and they played at the casino, and they stopped by the gig and saw us and took some pictures with us and stuff. So that was great. We were supposed to do a gig for them out in Buffalo and play with them, and they wanted to bring us to Vegas, and then that fell through somehow. But
Yeah.
that would have been fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, they're great family, good people, good peeps. Yeah.
Was there ever a local band you wanted to get into? Like, was there a band that, like, I need to be in that band?
Showtime.
There you go.
They need a percussion player.
There you go.
Yeah, Ryan's just not cutting it.
That's right.
No.
He does play percussion.
Yeah, but it's
He's doing a lot.
yeah, he is. It's so funny because he showed up with the first gig he shows up with his dad's congas, and we throw bongos at him, and we say, probably next gig you should probably bring a tambourine and some shakers, and so now he's got like this table with all this stuff
see
on
this
it,
stuff, yeah.
and he's got the bongos and the congas, and
I like his
he does it,
cowbell.
yeah. He's got the cowbell set. Dookie gave those to him.
Doogie did?
Yeah, Dookie gave those to him. Yeah, yeah.
It's funny because Doogie can't play him himself.
That's probably why he gave them to him.
One song I used to get up and play on drums. Doogie would come out in front.
I remember that.
Get on the percussion. He did that like for two gigs, and then he said, "I'll see you later, percussion." And you see him in the back smoking a cigarette before he went on. I love him. He's a great drummer too.
Yeah, definitely.
Good boy.
What's the chances of doing a classified reunion?
Quite possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
You guys had a lot of fun.
Yeah. Like when we had that rehearsal, everybody came down, rehearse at my house, and it was like we rehearsed last week. We're gonna because we stopped, we started, we fixed this, this note didn't fit. Let's do this. And I think we only rehearsed for about an hour and a half. And that was it. The next time I seen the boys when we went Sunday. And it just felt like, oh, wow. But, of course, these guys made it easy, too.
Of course.
You know, you got Justin and Ryan and Jose singing along with me and Scott. And that's a strong vocabulary of vocals there.
Oh, for sure.
You know. All right, don't worry. I'm not going up high. Ryan's going to do that one. Or this guy's up in the stratosphere with his falsetto. You know, so I'll stay right where I am. It's nice and comfortable right there.
I thought that the two bands worked really well together.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's, like I said, we've been listening to you guys play for a long time, and you know, vice versa. And, you know, it's there's a lot of good camaraderie there.
Yeah, it's an honor.
It was an honor to have you guys. It really was. It's always that in the beginning of the Boilermaker. There's always that whole thing where you worry about everybody getting in there. You know what I mean? Because like when we got there in the morning, they gave us these passes. It was a red parking pass, right? You put this on your dashboard. The police officers are supposed to look at it and go, "Yup, you go right to here," right?
Yeah.
We showed up at 5:00 in the morning. Police officer says, "Well, that parking lot's full. I don't know where the hell you guys are going." And we're like, "Well, we're in the band. We got to go play." And he's like, "All right, pull over here and give me a second." Like, this is at 5 in the morning. This isn't even like near the time that we're supposed to start.
Yeah.
And so they finally get us in. There's a couple more spots that were open. So we start calling everybody, and you know, we knew you guys shouldn't have had a problem because the race was going to be over by the time you guys, you know, whatever. So, but still waiting. Everybody kind of showed up individually. You were there first.
Yep.
And then you know, Greeley, and then we weren't going to have you guys start because Scott wasn't there yet. And so we were getting ready. We were getting ready to do another song, and all of a sudden you see Scott bust through right in the back. I'm here. And like, okay, Scott's here. Okay, we got to. And then we're getting ready to bring him up, and Bill Keeler goes, "Wait a minute, the pilots are here. We got to get the pilots up to talk about, you know, flying over and everything like that." I'm like, okay, great, cool. Jose goes, "All right, we have a special treat for you." All of a sudden, Bill goes, wait, they're not here yet. All right, hang on. 5 seconds later, nope, I'm just kidding. They're here. Let's go. And everybody comes up to the stage. It's like this big fiasco, and it's so much fun though, because it's like that the whole entire day. It's super high energy, and it's really cool, you know. And like I said, one of those gigs that you just wish would never end because you feel like you're 21 years old again and just having a party. You know what I mean? You're just playing and having fun, you know?
Yeah. You know what the best part of that was, too? We actually got to smoke pot with no problem.
It's legal now.
Yeah.
You don't have to hide it.
I just got to get used to the fact that it smells like there's a family of skunks underneath the stage every time I play now.
I know. Yeah, seriously.
No, it was fun. It really was. Yeah. It was a great time. And, you know, Justin, we played in that tournament not too long ago.
Yeah, with Jerry Krause.
And that's something that, you know, I'd like to see take off.
Yeah.
A musicians tournament with a benefit to, I haven't figured out what benefit.
This one was for the Humane Society.
Humane Society.
Yeah, Stephen Swans.
There's no, I don't think we could fill that golf course up in a heartbeat.
Oh, for sure.
With you know, and then like I said, at the end of the you know, we do a dinner. We have music, live music, guys going up and playing. I think it would work, and it would be an annual because we can't. God knows we can't get the Stanley thing off the ground. You know how they do the Sammys out in Syracuse. I wanted to do something.
I still want to do that.
We talked about that.
We're almost there. We were almost there.
Yeah.
We just got to get back into it again. You know.
Yeah.
Get back into talking about it because.
That was a long time ago, if you think about it. It was like 10 years ago. We were planning on that.
Because I know a lot of people would be interested in helping out and stuff on that. Mm-hmm. And you'd have to put a committee together, of course.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And I think it would be an awesome weekend, starting off with a golf tournament on Friday, and then a concert on Saturday. I think it could be an awesome thing. are,
Yeah,
and
I
the
completely
awards.
Completely agree with that.
Yeah, I think, and we should do that. There's a lot of people here that should be recognized.
Here's the funny thing: like when you think about it, you're like, oh well, this, like anybody outside of Utica could be like, how many people could there be in Utica? We've done the show over a year, and the only people we've repeated on the show were people we've wanted to repeat because we've needed to have a part 2. You know what I mean? But we haven't repeated a guest.
Who did? Bob Aquaviva was the one we repeated.
But we did a part 2 because we wanted to.
We wanted to, right? And who else? Was there one more?
Somebody else we did a part 2. What I'm saying is that there wasn't anybody that we haven't had to go back and dip in again.
Right.
We haven't had to repeat anybody in over a year, and that's every Monday.
Yeah.
50 some odd guests, 55 guests, 60 guests that we've had on.
Seriously.
In the city. So I mean that's and that's people just like around our area.
Yeah.
That's 60 people already that you know what I mean? That's how many years of awards that you can give out. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just, plus all the kids are, there's a lot of kids that are coming up now.
Right.
Which is good.
Brings me to this question. We used to ask this a bunch. I want to ask Larry this question. Yeah. If the first induction into the local music hall of fame, who would be your honorary class? Who would you be voting for?
Probably the Frogs.
Androsa gets mentioned a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Paul Androsa gets mentioned a lot. A lot of people have brought his name up.
On the rock level,
mm-hmm.
I'd have to say the Frogs. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they super group. They were tight.
I never even heard recording of them.
Oh, my God.
There's some YouTube stuff
there is,
out there.
I gotta listen.
They were tight, and they were animals. I mean, right? I went to see the Frogs one time at the waterfront, and unbeknownst to me, I was going to take the stage with them for the first time singing a baby song.
Oh, wow.
And, I got on stage, and, I started singing, but then all of a sudden, Paul Rosa's face is right here, looking me in the face, and then the next thing I know is
Cremo?
Hoffman. Dickie. He's over here, and I'm watching these guys get into my face and do shit, so I automatically went with the flow. And I thought that was the turning point for me as far as not being scared on stage and singing, because I had grown a big set of balls, so those guys. So
right.
It didn't faze me to go up and sing to your girlfriend while you're right there or something like that. No, I never got. And then, of course, being Johnny and the Robbers with Savi, everything went. Nakedness, the whole 9 yards. He didn't give a shit.
Right.
Johnny was crazy. Yeah, he had that alter ego, Johnny.
Now, Savi who?
Saporito.
Savi Saporito.
Yeah. We're playing a Halloween night, Justin. I think we had overdone the capacity in the club, so there were tons of people.
Mm-hmm.
And we're doing this one song, and at the end of the song, it went into the 2000-something Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
So as we're getting ready to do that, his mother, father, family, they're all in front of the stage watching. And I'm doing it, dum, 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 dum. And then we did the roll.
Yeah.
Just before the explosion. But Savi would run to the side, and then he was a gymnast.
Yeah.
So he came, and he went, and he did it. First of all, he was wearing a grass skirt with a layer around his neck. He come over, and as he did his handstand, his grass skirt went just like this. It just folded right down, so that all that was shown was his balls and his penis in front of his mother and father and everybody. And I mean, this is the club that I played in with that. Yeah, we were first. I think we were the first punk band around there, and that was the first punk club that was going down. It was crazy. Everything went in there. Oh my God!
That's the biggest thing I hear from all of my mentors, all the guys that I look up to is, man, way back in the day, that shit was crazy. Like, it was just fucking nuts every single weekend. It was crazy. And I'm like, damn it. I'm like, I didn't get to experience crazy.
Oh.
You know, I mean, I started in 94. I was way past the crazy. Damn it.
It was. It was crazy sick.
Yeah.
Oh, for me, I don't know how I did it. I don't know how I did it. My God, there was 3-day binges, and
Oh, yeah.
we used to live in Johnny never went home. Johnny T lived in the joint. He was a bartender during the day and the light man at night for the show. And he just stayed there. I think he met his first wife in the bar, you know. But yeah, we had so many good times.
That's who's missing right now. I'm seriously not used to seeing you without Johnny.
I know, right?
Like,
You're like
where
Batman and Robin.
Is he like hiding in the other room or something? Or
no, you know, I'm surprised he's not here. He worked out in Little Falls this morning.
Gotcha.
So, and I know him. He's probably baked, and he forgot what time it is, and he forgot I'm over here.
I forgot it was Monday.
Yeah, you know, John. Yeah. So, but yeah, man. But getting back to the future now, and I keep telling you this because I want to do something with this guy.
You should.
Yeah, I definitely want to sing something with him.
Yeah.
We need to get together and do a nice song. I mean, I've been to some of the gigs where they call me up and they, you know, let me sing, but most of the songs are Jose's. But I definitely want to learn a song that if they ever call me up again, I could sing it with them. It'd be nice.
Yeah, you just pick one, man. That's all. That's all you got to do. Pick a song you want to do.
They got about 500 in their repertoire.
Well, I was almost going to tell you one time, let's do Sarah.
Yeah.
I'll take
I've
a
only
verse
done
and
that.
you do it.
I've done that with you once already at the House of the Good Shepherd. We did Sarah Smile. And now I don't even sing that song anymore.
I know
Quinn
why.
does. Quinn does.
What's the matter with you?
I know. He's dirty. He's just dirty good.
I know, but you know what?
Oh, God. I'll play something for you after.
The hell with that shit with Quinn. You know what I told
Fuck him, man.
You know I told Ryan? I said one time, I don't know if you remember, we played up, we were at was it the 4th of July celebration one year? I don't know what the hell.
Yeah.
He was there. And I said to him, look, man, you sing great, fantastic, but I ain't ready to give up my title yet. When you hit 66, let me know what it sounds like, bro.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
No, but
we're doing every time we do this, we do Under Pressure. You know, it's probably my favorite song we do with the band. And of course, Quinn does the Freddie Mercury part, and I do the Bowie part. And it gets to the end where he starts going up really high, the what, and he hits the note.
Yeah.
And Carl and I turn and look at each other, no expression on our face at all. We just go like this, right? And then the song gets done, and I'm just like this.
Yeah.
To Quinn, I'm just flipping him off like this, and here's Carl behind the keyboard just going, like we're just flipping him off because it's not right, man.
No,
it's not right.
He's sickening.
Yeah, we learned Kiss by Prince.
Oh.
He's singing that.
Yeah.
And where we practice in the Marine Corps, Jose, there's a kid band practicing.
Mm-hmm.
I think Spoonie something. I'll figure out the name because I want to, probably get these guys on at some point. But anyway, they're practicing downstairs right below us, and Jose goes in to say hi. He's like, "Hey, man." He's like, "When did you guys get a chick singer?" Like, we were practicing Kiss by Prince, and they thought it was a chick singing it, but it was Ryan.
Yeah.
And Jose's like, "No, it's not a chick. It's Ryan." Although the jury's still out on it. I mean, maybe he is. Who knows? I don't know.
Well, he's definitely, and it's funny, man, because I remember when how old is Ryan?
31.
31. I remember at his age how high I used to sing, and then progressively over the years, from the abuse that I put myself through. I had to
Currently going through that.
I had to adjust my voice again.
Yeah.
Not being able to hit the notes that I did back then, but I try more soulfully to do something different.
Sure.
You can hurt yourself too.
Yeah.
Not practicing properly.
Yeah, exactly. Because I remember when I had that stroke, the 2 strokes there, I wasn't able to do a job with classified, and
Got a local legend in the house right now.
you know what? You remember? Is it who I think it is?
It's a local
What's up,
legend.
brother?
All the way
Oh my
Wow.
Lord!
all the way from Los Angeles, California, ladies and gentlemen,
can't-
Christopher Mandrew.
Does anybody
Chris.
even know he's home right now?
No, I know I didn't know. What's going on, Chris? Good, nice to see
up,
you
man?
too, brother.
How you doing? Good to see you.
Hi, Chris.
I mean, you could probably have him sit there. You could probably turn that camera on.
We
too,
actually have a meeting. We're going to.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we have to go visit.
Well, we got to do part 2 then.
Yeah.
Let's wrap it up. We'll do part 2 again, cuz. What do you think?
Listen, anytime you want me to come in here and
Yes, please.
Yeah,
shoot the shit,
And that's what we did. We just shoot the shit.
Yeah,
You know?
that's what
man.
this is all about, man.
love
I mean,
it.
like, learning about, like, everybody should know, like, the ins about local music and
Yeah.
local musicians. You
But
know,
before we do that, though, before I say goodbye, I got to do a shout out to
you
this.
got up, like, you were gonna slap the shit out of me.
Well,
or something.
I
I got nervous.
No,
What the hell's going on?
Get over here, Justin.
Yeah.
Give me a scarf.
no, this is I love this guy.
Me too.
I got a good friend of mine. His name's Pete Dabina. You ever heard of the name?
I know, Pete.
No.
Yeah,
You know Petey?
of course.
Well, I told him I was going to break his balls on the radio today
Uh-huh.
because he plays guitar and he plays with the Clock Tower. Clock Tower? I don't know. He's in a bunch of these little bands.
Yeah.
And you got to hear this kid play.
Yeah.
He's not a soloist, but he's got the funkiest rhythm
Yeah.
that I've heard on a kid in a long time.
That's awesome.
He just plays, and I told him I was going to break his balls and say that, and he said, "No, how do I find this station now?" So if you're listening, you asshole, I got you.
You asshole.
Anyways,
Before we do get out of here, too, I got to throw my love and respect out to John Liebing. I
Yes.
heard he's kind of under the weather and not feeling.
Yeah, local
Crazy.
musicians, if you can, get in touch with Phil Scalise on Facebook. I believe that he's currently helping out with trying to get some of John's dates filled. Sean and I are filling in for Tellers for John tonight.
Oh, cool.
So we'll be there 6 to 9 tonight to
Awesome.
fill in for him. So
We're sending
nice.
our love out to you, John. I love you,
Hell yeah.
brother. Please get well, and hopefully you'll be back on that stage really, really soon, and I can kick your ass in bubble hockey.
yes.
That was our thing for many, many years, is bubble hockey.
Johnny.
So, a lot of love to him. And also, I got to shout out to Joe Finelli as well.
oh yeah, man, what's going on with that?
He had a little accident this
Yep.
week. So we love you, Joe.
Yeah, Joe.
Hope get better. And, thank God it wasn't fatal, but he just, broke his wrist and hurt his neck a little bit. So,
Yeah, lots of prayers out there to Roscoe.
Roscoe, too. I love you,
Roscoe,
Joe
yep.
Sweeney, as well, too. So, with, the local music community is taking a little hit
Yeah,
this week.
This week's
so,
been rough.
Yeah, unfortunately. But we love to all you guys. And,
Hell yeah.
we're here to support. And if you guys need anything, don't hesitate to call any of us.
100%.
We are here. But where else you playing this week, bro?
I'm not playing again until Saturday. I'm playing One Johnny with
What? You
with
actually
Showtime.
got some days off?
Yeah, I'm
happens.
doing some stuff with hopefully with George Rossi this week.
Oh, my man,
going out there,
George.
so that's gonna be fun. But
I love George.
the last time the Showtime played at One Jenny was like August of 2019 or something like that. Like because of COVID and like everything that happened and trying to get a date in, and it's been like almost 2 years since we played there. So
So this Saturday.
this Saturday, yeah,
Beautiful.
full band,
What time do you guys start?
like 8ish.
8. So it's an all-night thing?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Maybe I'll stop down after
Yep.
Saturday. I got a party to go to Saturday, and that's done at 9. So
Oh,
maybe I'll
perfect.
come down afterwards.
Definitely.
Well, I'm going to be out in Florida, guys. So
I'd love to feel bad for you right now.
I know.
I just don't.
I'll see you guys.
I love you so much.
I heard the weed's good down there.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what.
He's
I'm
gonna
going to
find
make
out.
sure it is
Yeah.
because I'm bringing my own.
Yeah, please. Well, I was going to say if you do, report back.
Yeah. The last time I was out there it wasn't that good.
No, I know.
So I had somebody who was coming down bring me an LZ out there, and I was good for
The whole time.
3 days.
What part of Florida do you go?
West Palm.
West Palm?
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to hang out there.
Sit down, smoke a lot of weed, drink some Mai Tais.
Oh, you know what my biggest thing is? And they just had something on TV about it, is I'm a photographer, and I love to take pictures of beautiful women without them knowing.
You creep.
I got some great pictures here. And
You know your daughter's watching, right?
my daughter's and my girl's watching
I'm
and
waiting for
listening
Dad.
to it. Yeah. Dad. Oh, you remember that one? Oh, no, never mind.
God.
That'll be for part 2.
All right.
Dad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much love to Lisa. Both your daughters
Look,
too. Yeah.
she just Dad. All right, Lee. I'm sorry, honey.
She texts you.
Yeah, that's my daughter. But anyways,
That didn't take long.
That didn't take long at all.
As soon as he said I'm a photographer, she's like,
She knew. She knew.
oh God Almighty,
Hilarious.
it is. It's crazy, but
Larry, thank you for hanging with us today.
Yeah,
love
brother.
you, bro.
I love you guys.
Thank you so
Absolutely.
much
You know
for
what?
this. This has been good. And yes, let's make a plan and you guys
Part
come
2,
back in
very
a couple
soon.
weeks or so.
yeah,
we've got to be in a
definitely.
couple weeks because we don't want people to forget about part 1. So just like we'll kind of make it soon. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
plan
well,
out.
Shoot the shit.
I'll be back November 6th.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
So
We'll make
I'll
it
be
right
here
around
ready
that.
for, yeah,
Yeah,
man.
you could give us a recap of your vacation.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
And you
okay.
could show us all the pictures
Some
you
of the
took.
pictures,
And
yeah.
somehow he'll come home darker than he left. I have no idea.
Yeah, right.
Why I get darker than Greeley? I've always said it. I'm a black man trapped in a white man's body.
I believe it.
And Greeley's a white man trapped in a black man's body.
It's a reversal.
Yeah. I beg your pardon. What the fuck are you talking about? That was my friend Greeley. It is. Anyways.
Oh, my God.
Oh dear Lord. Okay, we got to go.
I love you guys. Shout out to EJA Moving Services, Joey's at 307, Utica Coffee, my attorney Dave Longaretta, Saranac Brewery, Under Too Long's a book by Billy the Liquor Guy. Check it out on Amazon or wherever you get your books. And then ballwash.com. Use promo code members only for a 15% discount. Get yourself some nut rub, some ball wash, some sack
Hell
spray.
yeah.
Hygiene for your groin area. See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.